We're going to be testing this FW1 wash and wax spray used for cars. We're going to be trying it out on paint surface, glass, plastic, and chrome, as well as rims, which is kind of the same thing. So I guess let's get into the video. Here's our starting point with our truck. We're going to start with this hood right here. You can see it's all faded out, and I mean, like it's not really dusty. It's more just that the paint is all faded out. You can see kind of what color it's supposed to be in the spots where the clear hasn't got destroyed. So we'll see if we can make this come closer to matching this, because you can see it looks like a totally different shade of red between that and that. So we're gonna try to make this be the same as this. So I guess let's go and do this. All right, so now that I've shaken the can pretty good, we're just gonna try a quick layer on this lower body line right here. You see kind of where there's a body line right about there. We're gonna try from kind of there down, see if we can get it to be close to this fender color once we're done polishing it out, because I think it's just faded clear is what's all is going on with this. Either that or this hood's off a different truck that's faded different, I don't know. Figure that's enough. That's probably more than they want you to put on there. Sure, why not? Let's use this rag right here. So you can see it's all, that was too much because it's dripping down there. That's okay, we'll polish out this fender here. So we're gonna use this more clean side of this cloth. This is a really redneck review of it, to be honest, but it says go in a circular motion, which I feel like would leave swirls in the paint, but whatever. Hey, that's not bad. Yeah, that was way too much. Oh well, we can use that on the rest of this unit. So at a first glance, I would say that is way better, way closer to what it was before. You can see this is our old color. This is kind of our new color, which kind of matches the truck. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my second cloth, wipe this down and polish it kind of, like it says, to a show car finish. We'll see if we can get this entire hood to be close. That'd be pretty cool. All right, so immediately we can tell this is much closer to the right color as opposed to kind of this color right there. It's definitely way darker over here. So I'm gonna go to about halfway on this hood, kind of halfway in this M of the GMC emblem, and all the way up, and we're gonna do this side with this stuff, and we're gonna leave that side so I can show you guys a before and after. Take a look at this. This hood is almost the exact same color as this fender now, and I still gotta buff this out because you can see all my swirl marks in the paint now, but it really is pretty close. And so we can go a comparison of before and after. That's our before, that's our after. Right, so after leaving this stuff dry for about 10 minutes, we can have a look here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it's starting to be a lighter color again. You can see it's not exactly the same color as that anymore. So my thoughts on this are maybe a damp paper towel might help with this. We'll see. We got two halves of the hoods. We can try either way. I just went over this thing with a damp paper towel. As you guys can see, there's lots of paint came off, either paint or clear. I'm not 100% sure on what all came off yet, but this is red off of this hood. It's more the pink. So it's now pretty close. Really isn't that far off. It's closer than this side is. You can see the difference right this to this. So yeah, you can see the difference, that to that versus that to that really is pretty good. All right, so now that we have this side, just a one coat of this wax and then one damp paper towel wipe down on here to get any streaks out of it, which it doesn't say on the can to do, but I did anyways. I suspect the streaks go away eventually, but we'll see here. If you guys are enjoying the content, please be sure to hit that subscribe button for more content, we mostly do mowers and small engine projects on this channel, but we do the odd car thing here and there too. So yeah, if you enjoy the content and the idea of doing custom mower stuff, check the channel out, man. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do this side with the same wax and the same paper towel, and we'll see if it comes out consistently the same shade all the way across here like it should, or if there's any differences in all this. I think I put too much of this stuff on here, but initial results, pretty darn close. Looking at this outside part, we still have our racing stripe of original paint versus this has been waxed and that side's been waxed. This is what I started with, which is pretty crazy. This paper towel right here is what I've been using to wipe down this side of the hood. As you can see, there's a lot of literal dirt and everything coming out of this paint that I didn't even realize was in there. Look how close that color actually is to these fenders. It's way better than it was before. It blends in, almost blends right in with the rest of the truck. I'd say it's still a touch lighter in real life. Looks pretty close on camera, I think. But yeah, I would say this stuff works pretty awesome for cleaning up this faded paint. This side I didn't do from basically about here to here. I didn't wipe it down with a cloth, and the streaks are still there a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see streaks in there when I come across here. Like right there, there's a streak. But once I get a damp paper towel across here, it should be fine. The other thing it says, it's good for glass. So let's try this dirty windshield right here that's covered in bugs. Right, so I just did a quick one spray of that side of the windshield. You can kind of see where I've been spraying versus not spraying. That side's all dark, this side's all nice and shiny. Or I guess that side's all light and this side's all dark and shiny. So that's pretty cool. Didn't really leave very many streaks on here. I suspect, again, some water. I think the key with this stuff is going to be use a little bit of damp paper towel. This is, by the way, this is off of this hood here. This is how much red came off after both of these sheets. But once I pull that one off, the rest of it will be savable. The next thing is right here. It says wash and wax, paint, chrome, rims, glass, and plastic. So I guess we can try it on this rim right here. You guys can see right here, it is pretty dirty, but it's also quite faded out. This is a chrome American Racing rim, and we're gonna see if it makes it nicer or not. Probably definitely enough of a coat. Oh, turns out we're gonna try it on brakes too. See what happens. All right, so after letting this stuff set on this wheel for about 30 seconds, which is longer than they tell you to, we're just gonna try wiping this off right here. I wouldn't say it's chrome, but oh, that spot it is. Look at that spot. If you just scrape the grime off of here good enough, maybe it will become chrome again. Okay, so a quick wipe down shows this wheel looking a lot more chromy. This section, the chrome has already been peeled off of the metal, so it's not really fixable at that point. The rest of the wheels are kind of that way on this truck too. Don't worry too much, it's my beater. But this really didn't do too bad of a job on these wheels. It's fairly chromy compared to what it was before. So yeah, I'd say we're gonna take a check mark on that guy. Works quite well for that. Another bit of chrome we can try is this bumper right here, because it's not perfect. It's got some yellowing stains and stuff across here, and then some just some discoloration right in here. So we can try just this corner of the bumper from about here over and up. So let's try it. I think that's kind of about the amount you're actually supposed to put on everything. instead of those super thick coats like I was putting on all the paint, which I really ultimately didn't need to do. So I'm just gonna let this sit for about 30 seconds because that worked quite well for the chrome wheel. And we're gonna see about this getting nice and chromy. Look at how shiny and nice that looks, almost brand new. And then if we move over to here, that's what our chrome started like before, and that's what we have now. Did not take the discoloration out of right here, which is a little bit unfortunate, but really didn't do too bad of a job as far as making it shiny again. So up to this point, we have tried paint, chrome, rims, and glass already. Our last one here is plastic. So I'm gonna try with this interior door panel on my truck, where we have some decent actual scratches into there. We'll see if it makes it shiny or not. It's also got a fair bit of dust embedded into it. I'm curious a little bit about the speaker here, speaker cover, see if it helps or not. And we can also try this interior door glass, because I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it's kind of streaky. So we'll see what happens. Put that guy down and say that, yeah, this has got some on it for sure. So I'm gonna let this wait for 30 seconds or so and wipe it off. We'll see what happens. All right, so you guys may or may not be able to see that the finish of this stuff has changed. You'll know when it's good to go because it will have started to embed itself right here. Like you can see, it's starting to embed itself into the plastic. So now we're just gonna go at this lightly with a paper towel. This is just household paper towel, by the way. I'm not using anything special. All right, take a look at this door panel, folks. I'd say the speaker cover hasn't really got a lot better, but it's also a mesh, so it would be really difficult to clean it out like a proper vacuum cleaner. And then I still got to get into here on these little crevices and stuff, because you can see there's still dirt in there. But really, the actual plastic itself, just absolutely amazing. I really am thoroughly impressed with this product, to be honest. I really wasn't expecting it to do much difference in there, but pretty awesome. Again, we are not sponsored at all in this video. This was a choice that I made all by myself to go buy this stuff to try it out. Just because why not? There was some good reviews on it. And I mean, they sell it at NASCAR tracks, so it's gotta be good. Anyways, it got our super faded out hood looking almost the exact same shade as the rest of the fender. Doesn't leave it really very streaky in here. As well as we modified the look of our bumper right here. You guys can see it's almost perfect chrome. There's still some streaks and stuff from getting sideswiped before I got the truck. And then the rim, it really didn't do 100% what I expected, as in that there's still gonna need some work for sure. Like, it still didn't polish this out to like a nice chrome finish like this, but it didn't do too bad considering what the glass is perfectly clear, like no streaks, no nothing. It's absolutely amazing. The plastic, I would say like 100% awesome. Glass, I would say 100% awesome. The paint did pretty decent. And yeah, I mean, I know this is expensive stuff, but works quite well, I think. Overall rating on the glass, 10 out of 10. Plastic, probably like 10 out of 10, I would say. I did quite well on the plastic. The chrome itself, because it's supposed to leave it as a amazing show car type shine. I don't know if it's supposed to take streaks out of this stuff, but like this discoloration right here, streak goes down here. It did not take that out, and it did not take out this external black streak right here that I'm following around my finger there. So I would probably give it like an 8 out of 10. It gave us a really nice chrome finish, but it didn't take out all the streaks and everything that were in there like it's supposed to. Really, the paint to get faded out clear coat, polished up to look like the same faded out paint on the rest of the fenders, it really didn't do too bad there either. It's not 100% here. Like you can see, it's a little bit different shade, and like it did leave a little bit streaky in here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Did leave a little bit streaky on this side, was the one that I did the water on, so it wasn't as streaky. But I mean, yeah, this side's got some streaks for sure, definitely visible streaks still. So I would say probably 7.5 out of 10. With an overall rating, I would say like this is a really decent product for what you get. A good tip to use would be use a little bit of damp paper towel to wipe off your surface afterwards, because it seems to get rid of almost all the streaks and polish it right out. So in conclusion, I would definitely recommend this product. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Overall rating, I would give this product 8.5 to 9 out of 10, because it didn't do 100% like a show car finish on the paint, and the rim was a little bit disappointing on that it didn't really leave it chrome, but I figure with a little bit more elbow grease I might be able to get both of those looking really good. So like overall, it was a really good product to test out. And yeah, so thank you all for watching, and hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Welcome to Small Engines Galore, where in today's episode, we're going to be testing Small Engines Galore. Where in today's episode, we're going to be testing this. What is this stuff? Small Engines Galore. Where in today's episode, we're going to be testing this stuff. It's like Ricky Bobby, shake and bake.